had a good start to the new year. This is my first video in 2014 and I'm reading you from lovely Malta. It's a bit noisy today outside, so I thought I should shoot a video from my flat. Alright, today I wanted to talk quickly about a topic that lots of people are very curious about, and that is it possible to be in a relationship where I am spiritual and my partner isn't? That is something I come across very often in readings, and of course that's a question that can't be answered like that and in one sentence at all. There are several scenarios and several things to be taken into consideration when thinking about this sort of topic. First of all, it's not a rare thing that two souls, two people join in a relationship, in a partnership, where one is in a different state, in a different kind of spiritual development state, and the other one is also in a completely different place. And as souls, before we incarnate, we roughly sketch out how we want our lives to go, always keeping in mind the best for all involved. And the souls are always very keen on developing spiritually, leaving old baggage, karmic baggage behind, resolving old wounds, transforming, and really being close to the source, to the inner core, and free of old burdens. And this usually means that in life, when incarnated, that the person will undergo some sort of development and spiritual path, will go on a spiritual path and will work on transforming all that. And because every soul is very keen on it. Sometimes they know exactly who they're pairing this person with, so it's not unusual that people join together in a relationship where one isn't on that path, because this way the soul makes sure that this person is exposed to these kind of topics and is exposed to a sort of, to all these ideas, and to someone who is, who is into that, who's delved into the topic and who's potentially, taking them along. And this is where lots of people fail. Lots of people who are spiritual in relationships have the ideal that the partner should share their interests and should support them and be able to talk about all these matters. But that's often not the case, and this is where people feel quite desperate after a while, when it's too long and when the urge to share this kind of view online with the partner is just not possible. This of course doesn't mean that this is a call for separation, not at all. But first of all, I think it's best if you try and find ways where you can delve into that topic, where you can talk about it, where you have like-minded people around you, be it friends, be it people on the internet even, or whoever, maybe someone in your family. So if you manage to have a sort of spiritual network for yourself where you can, do all you want to do, maybe go and do meditations together, have meaningful spiritual conversations, and just feel like you're having support from that sort of side, then this is probably a way that you can still enjoy a partnership and not miss that, because you still have this sort of kind of network. So if you manage to find a sort of network where you feel like you're having all the support that you need, then it's very likely that you don't miss that in your relationship and that you don't really expect this from your partner. However, if you do feel that you really want to share this with your partner, not just with friends or with some strangers who are interested in the same topics, then you can always try and encourage your partner maybe to read certain books. So if you feel like there's no way and you can't really get through, then just leave that person be. You can't force it. And I know that for some people this is very frustrating, but sometimes patience pays off. Sometimes the person just has to face a certain situation where the usual methods and explanations and perspectives on life just don't work anymore, and where they're reaching out for new things. And this is often where they open up to spirituality, and this is your turn then you can share this. But don't try and push too much, because the person is very likely to shut down even more and not let you get through, and as a result you'll be more frustrated. So don't expect too much of the partner. If, however, you really want this spiritual development to be with your partner, and you don't see any way that your partner is opening up or in some way willing to have a look maybe and maybe listen, then I have to say there's also the possibility, I've witnessed that a few times as well, that this is where the development really goes into separate ways. This is you in that direction, the other person in that direction. You know, we all have the free will, and if we love each other dearly, that's all good and well, but you have to see how happy you are on the inside. And if you feel like there's something lacking in the relationship, and if you don't find a way to balance that, be it with a spiritual network or something else, and you really can't get through to your partner, then maybe this is the time for you to be by yourself. I'm not saying please everyone split up. I'm just saying if you feel on the inside you're not happy anymore, and you feel like the energy of your partner is dragging you down, because often it's the case that the partner is quite stubborn and not very talkative, or just pulling you down energetically and emotionally. And if you feel emotionally and mentally too exhausted from that state, and it's been going on for too long, and you feel like this is not you anymore, you're not happy, then don't be afraid. Then this is your call to go into your own direction and be free. It's often the case that there's someone else on the soul plane already waiting, which doesn't mean we're going to meet a new person right away, but that along the way, along our own development, we will draw people into our lives, including new partners, who have the same kind of interest and the same state of mind. So don't be scared, don't be afraid to, walk this path by yourself for a while, and just be by yourself and enjoy your own company, and just feeling your own energy and feeling how the new you is feeling, without the old influences and without someone who's dragging you down. But this, of course, is always the last resort. I mean, if you really love that person and you really want to stay together, you will find a way to make it work. Be that person spiritual or not, be the person open or not, you will find a way to deal with it. Sometimes it's enough if you delve into it fully, and you will probably also meet some people who have the same interests, and then you just enjoy the relationship for what it's always been, and you'll just have your spiritual life aside. But for anyone who says and who feels like this isn't enough, there are other possibilities, and don't be scared. Don't be scared. The main thing is that you don't worry too much, don't think about it too much, but feel with your heart. Consult your heart, and if your heart tells you, like, this isn't working for me anymore, I'm not happy, then take the necessary steps and don't be afraid. Your soul will always take care of you. Alright everyone, I know this isn't an easy topic, but I just want to encourage you to be a bit more bold and go and move on your path without having anyone pull you down or stop you, or finding an alternative. It doesn't have to be black and white. There's always a way that you can make it work, I'm sure. The main thing is that you can make it work for yourself. Yeah? Don't please too many other people. Be confident and be self-loving enough to be able to please your own needs, your emotional and your spiritual needs. And I'm sure you will make the right decision, however it is. Alright, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye!